There's a specific feeling people had the first time they walked in basically Hogwarts Legacy. Not during a cutscene, not during the combat either. Just walking through this castle slowly while the music played quietly right in the background. Moving through the staircases that shifted on their own, watching the candles float across giant halls, hearing students talk somewhere in the distance while the rain hit the windows outside. See, for a lot of people, that game succeeded because it finally made the wizarding world feel real to explore instead of just something you watched in movies. And now, well, obviously, after the massive success of the first game, the rumors surrounding Hogwarts Legacy 2 is getting bigger every month. Much bigger. Because, well, according to ongoing reports and industry chatter right now, Avalanche Software is reportedly building a sequel that expands far beyond Hogwarts itself. Diagon Alley and parts of London. Possibly even the Ministry of Magic. And honestly, well, the deeper you look into, just the information floating around online right now, the more it starts sounding like Warner Bros. Really wants a sequel to feel less like just a school adventure, and more like a full Wizarding World experience. And we think that really just changes everything. The first game mostly stayed close to Hogwarts and the surrounding countryside. Those locations were beautiful, but fans immediately started asking the same question after finishing the game. What about the rest of the world? What about the Diagon Alley? What about London? And what about the places people grew up imagining while reading the books for years? And now, those exact locations is suddenly at the center of the rumors surrounding the sequel. See, the biggest rumor right now is that Hogwarts Legacy 2 may allow players to explore a much larger connected map stretching beyond Hogwarts grounds entirely. Reports specifically mention Privet Drive, Diagon Alley, and wider parts of Wizarding London as explorable locations. And honestly, that sounds like the natural next step. Because once players experience Hogwarts itself, they immediately wanted more of the world outside the castle walls. The Wizarding World has always felt larger than just one location. That's part of the magic of Harry Potter in general. Every street corner feels like it might hide something strange. Every alleyway feels like, there could be another magical entrance hidden somewhere ordinary people couldn't notice. That contrast between normal life and hidden magic is what makes locations like, Diagon Alley and Privet Drive so important right now. Especially Privet Drive. You see, if the rumors are true, that would be one of the first times players could freely walk through a fully realized version of the suburban world connected to Harry Potter's childhood. Quiet neighborhoods, street lamps glowing late at night, completely ordinary houses hiding the entrance to a much larger magical reality underneath everything. That atmosphere could become incredible in a modern open-world RPG. And then there's the Diagon Alley. Honestly, this is probably the location fans really want most. Not just because it's iconic, but because it represents the beginning of wonder in the Harry Potter universe. Wand shops, magical backstores, potion stores, hidden passageways, strange creatures, crowded streets all filled with wizards moving between windows and ancient-looking buildings. Players have wanted to properly explore that area for many years. And modern hardware, of course, could finally make it happen. That's one of the biggest things Avalanche already proved with the first game. They understand environmental immersion. Hogwarts itself felt believable because every hallway, classroom, and tower carried detail and personality. And a larger city environment built with that same attention could become something genuinely special, specifically with Unreal Engine 5 reportedly playing a major role in the sequel's development. That technology matters more than people actually think. Because Hogwarts Legacy already looked impressive, but Unreal Engine 5 of course opens the door for much denser environments. Larger crowds, more detailed lightings, more realistic weather systems. Like imagine walking through Diagon Alley while it's just raining. Imagine nighttime London with magical signs flickering above hidden wizard entrances while fog rolls through every alley. That kind of atmosphere could completely elevate the sequel. And honestly, atmosphere may become even more important this time, because players now expect more than just visual beauty. They want the world to feel reactive and alive. That's actually one of the biggest discussions, happening online right now. Fans love the first game. but many also felt the world needed deeper systems underneath the visuals. More student interaction, more consequences, better morality systems, stronger RPG mechanics, and from the rumors floating around, Avalanche seems aware of that specific feedback. But honestly, the smartest thing the sequel could do is focus more on immersion instead of simply making the map bigger, or the game's world just bigger. Because the strongest moment in the first game were often the quieter ones. Walking through Hogwarts at night, flying over the castle, listening to distant music, those moments mattered because the world itself felt magical without trying too hard. A sequel could deepen that feeling massively. That's the immersion fans keep asking for online, and honestly, Hogwarts itself still has enormous untapped potential. One of the most common fan requests is making the castle even larger and more mysterious. Hidden corridors, secret paintings, more complex staircases, just more lore, whatever. Because Hogwarts should feel endless, like a place students could spend years exploring without seeing everything. Some fans also are excited about more recognizable locations and connections to the broader Harry Potter universe. Others worry this sequel could become too focused on nostalgia or existing characters rather than building its own identity. And honestly, that concern makes sense right now. One reason the first game worked so well was because it gave players freedom to exist inside the Wizarding World without constantly standing behind Harry Potter's shadow. Players became their own character, their own student, their own story. That feeling should absolutely remain. Because the magic of Hogwarts Legacy wasn't just seeing famous locations and whatnot, it was finally feeling like you belong there. That's right. We're not sure. All things being said, this sequel could become much more adventurous in tone, less isolated, more expansive, and that shift could make the world feel far larger than ever before. Right now, official information remains pretty limited, which is normal this early. But one thing feels very clear already. Warner Bros. Understands how valuable this franchise has become over the years. The original game sold massively and became one of the biggest gaming successes the company has ever had. That means the sequel likely has a much bigger budget, much larger ambitions, far more pressure, all that surrounding the IP. And honestly, that pressure will or may help, at least, because now the developers know exactly what players loved most about the first game, which was not just the combat, not only the graphics, the feeling, the fantasy of truly living inside the wizardry world itself. And if Hogwarts Legacy 2, of course, expand that feeling into Diagon Alley, London, Privet Drive and beyond while making the world itself deeper and more alive, then this sequel could become something far bigger than just another Harry Potter game. It could become the Wizarding World experience fans imagine like their entire lives. Probably their entire lives.